Okay. Gonna paint a Sisters Repentia today. Gosh, that doesn't really focus in that well. I'm filming on my iPhone, and I am not an expert at painting. I'm alright. Just thought I'd go over how I've done this. I'm using a bit of a blend between oil paints and acrylic. Yeah, I've only been using oil paints for a while, but they go quite well in contrast. I've got a bit of a shaky camera there. Yeah, they go quite well in contrast. Well, not particularly contrast, but like working with acrylic paints. So yeah, what I've done with these guys, or girls actually, I've undercoated them white because I wanted to do many light skin tones for this group. Basing them in a Kislev flesh, and that's the thing to point out actually, like on the box art. So Sisters Repentia on the box art, right, they're all in black onesies, dungarees sort of thing, and like I don't know if that's just like if the colour matches with whatever order they're a part of, but to me it just looks a bit uninteresting actually. I wonder if the black are ones that go with Order of Martyred Lady. But I just thought, I mean, like, when you're imagining someone in rags, I don't see them in black clothing. See, what I had in mind is more like, I don't know, you think of something like a slave from ancient Rome, I think that's the kind of look that they're going for, the whole like, just sleeping in a potato sack. You're wearing a potato sack, that's what I meant. So yeah, I just went over with a Xanadu dust coat and then blending it in with a bit of white, get a lighter tone to do the highlights with. It doesn't actually come off that bad. I mean, I've only just done the Xanadu dust base for that one. But I thought maybe a little mix match, because I started off doing black. And then I tried out doing a dryad bark, which is like a darkish brown. This is what you usually used on the corsets of the Battle Sisters. But yeah, I'm gonna get stuck in. I've never filmed this in front of a camera before, which is odd. Feels weird. Don't really know what to do with the shoes either, though. I mean, like, the way these girls work, they're supposed to be like repenting and all in like, I don't know, tattered gear or whatever, just like wearing nothing. I think the old ones were quite like, I don't know if they're revealing or not. Let's Google it. I'm gonna Google it. 2000 GW Sister Repentia images. Huh. That's interesting. There's some cool conversions. Yeah, the old ones, right? They're all sexy and shit. But with these ones, they're kind of like gross. Nah, that's me. Probably being a misogynist there or something, I don't know. But yeah, they're all like, buff, muscly, covered in like wires and plug hole. They're covered in fucking plug sockets and shit. But yeah, I find their shoes a bit weird. Like, just looking at their plimsolls, I think that's what they're like, plimsolls, like the things you'd wear in primary school. Anyway, I said I was going to start painting, but I haven't actually fucking started, have I? Let me just find something to stabilize this camera. There we go. I think I'm going for like the Filthy Frank of painting, you know, the worst painting tutorial channel on the internet. Yep. Take some advice, don't thin your paints. No. Just, you want one thick coat, saves you so much time. In fact, talking about thin your paints, I've got a bit thin your paints here around the face here. That's not going to focus in, is it? It doesn't want to focus in. Well, that's good. I guess you can't see how shit a job I did, so... Yeah. Oh, this sucks. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Gunmetal grey. Actually, I don't... Yeah, so base coating Kislev Flash, then I thinned down a some Georgian oil paints. I did a mix between cadmium red, a little bit of titanium white, and burnt sienna. Mixed it together, thinned it out with a lot of paint thinner, and it essentially gave me Reikland Flesh Shade. All that effort just for something I already have in like 3 pots. But yeah, I think if I was going to use oil paints to do a wash again, then I would just stick to things that I've done before, which was just a really thinned out cadmium red, which gave it like a nice red tint around the legs. It reminds me of like fucking hentai drawings or something like that. People are like so bloody red and shit in it. Okay, Kislev. So yeah, went over in Kislev, and then over the raised areas I did a bit of more Kislev Flash over the wash that I put on the model. And now what I'm going to do is just go over the highlights, just the raised areas in a lightened Kislev Flash. This is a shit tutorial. If I was a beginner, I would not watch this. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, well. So what, the great thing about Sisters Repentia, or this model kit so far, is the fact that if you want to get good at doing skin tones, then this is the kit for you. If you're like a fantasy player, then maybe doing something like the Witch Elves. So I'm working on some Witch Elves conversions into Sisters Repentia. I'm using my fucking nose to stabilize the camera. Shit, it's because my desk is so wobbly. That needs to be thinned out more. Right. Let's go over the raised bits. Got too much paint there. Yeah, the Witch Elves, or whatever their fucking names are. It's not a bad kit to do. When I say you want to get good at like skin painting, I don't mean like faces. I mean more along the lines of if you're wanting to understand skin tones a lot more. Yeah. Skin tones, how it works, like in dark recesses, skin takes a more reddish tint, a reddish hue, I think you would say. Whereas in the lighter areas, colour palette drifts more towards like the yellow. And what am I doing? I need to see this up close. Yeah. That's too much. I need to blend that in. Maybe I think I might have gone for maybe too light a highlight. Yeah. I mean, that wash that I put together, again, like I said, it was the first one that I'd kind of mixed up and kind of gave me more of a Reichlin flesh shade, which brought it down and made the whole thing a lot more dark. Whereas the other ones, it was just it was quite a, what would you say, saturated red. I mean, cadmium red is just like the highest saturation you can get, I think. No, I don't think this is turning out alright. I think I'll just keep it a darker Kistler flesh. Or if I persevere, actually. You know what, fuck it, yeah, we'll find out, we'll see what happens. My arm's right the way there, isn't it? Yeah. You can see what happens. Could be it turns out alright. I don't know. I think I needed to definitely thin it out a lot more. Weirder acrylics. I mean, after using oil paints, you can certainly see the limitations of acrylics, but you also realise what are the good things about it as well, like the fast drying times, or the fact that once once a layer's dry, it's dry, and it won't mess up if you put another colour near it. You're not going to accidentally blend it in or anything like that. Whereas it's a kind of a different story with oil paints. It can be a bit of a nightmare, and you end up what they call is mixing mud. Fucking hell. Let's see that a bit up close, actually. Probably gonna edit that bit out. Yeah, that looks fucking awful. I'm semi-tempted to wash that much down. Fuck's sake. One time I film it and it goes to shit, huh? Literally committing heresy here. Using brush soap to take off the layer of paint. I just put on, what the fuck? I've never done this before. It's probably the most retarded thing that I've done. Oh my god. I'd say the silly part about this is that it's actually working. It's actually taking the paint off. Let me show you this bit. I don't know, I put a lot of effort into this girl. I didn't want to just ruin it by that layer of Kistler flesh. I'm gonna let this girl dry off. Fuck's sake. Okay then. Who can pick this bitch? Pick this bitch. I'm gonna finish her off. What am I doing here? I think that's just normal kiss left flesh. I think. I don't think I'd probably do this technique again, actually. I think either stick full acrylic and just, you know, water down the bits that I want in the recesses, or I'll go full oil paint. Thing is with oil paint though, and it kind of feels like acrylic goes further. That'll be because you can thin it out and stuff. The techniques that I've used with oil paints are all like straight out the tube. That was from the tutorial that I followed, and yeah, it's good, works. So I did my F-rail stern, but I don't know, I guess I couldn't get myself to sit down for more than an hour. So the hard part is if you're going to use these oil paints, you got to make sure you sit down and fucking crack on with some painting. Yeah. Nightmare. Let's see a bit of that. The lighting in my room is so fucking shit. Jesus. If anyone else has that problem. I had a pair of hair goggles? Fuck's sake. Goggles that I had on my head. And that's how I do all my up close painting. But I fucked up F-rail Stern's eyes, and in a rage I threw them and broke them like a fucking spaz. So now I've just got a head torch, not one that magnifies. Pisses me off when, like, I don't know, it's because I make miniatures like really, I make these models really fucking retardedly. I spray them on the sprue and then glue them together. I did these guys in sub-assembly. Painted their legs and torso and then painted their arms on the sprue, which didn't help at all. Because after removing mould lines, the arms look dog shit. You get problems like this, is where I've glued them on, excess glue, and like, I was being careful with the glue, alright? I was like, putting as little bits on, as little glue as I could. Like, the very littlest drop that would come out of the Revel. And when I glue the arms on, it just squishes, and I end up getting like loads of fucking glue all over the shop, melting my hard work away. Honestly, I'd say this has probably been one of the most stressful models that I've actually ever done. Yeah, not gonna lie. Yeah. I don't know why. They're quite fiddly to put together, but that's just a thing. Jesus, I remember one of the first kits I got was the Orc Boys, and that was so easy. Just legs, torso, and arms. And that's it. But because the moulding has gotten so much better, actually building these things has become a harder task. It's like the first time I tried putting together an Airfix set, I thought I was the dog's bollocks because I put it together all like, you know, so I could do Warhammer and all that, but after actually trying to do like a model kit that had very small parts, it was actually very difficult, I found. Anyways, I'm going to take this off because what I'm trying to do is just, I don't know what kind of paint anyone else is, but for me, I've got to sit down and just paint one model and do it as best I can and just do it. Because doing it like, you know, in batches, as you can see over there, like doing each one. Let's say if I let's get a big batch out of Kislev flesh and then just base coat everything, it just gets so fucking boring, and I can't continue doing it for more than like half an hour. Whereas when I'm focusing on one thing, you know, that's like, yeah, I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. But yeah. Anyways, I need some dryad bark. Find it. Come on. It's right in front of me, isn't it? Yep, it's right here. What's the price of a mile? You might be asking yourself, why the hell am I even doing this? Because I'm not that great. I keep fucking up. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm bored. I haven't got a job yet. Starting a new job next week. Yeah. Fuck off, door. Oh my god, how the hell do YouTubers do this? Because painting where there's literally a camera blocking off your only light source sucks. Newfound respect. I'm not used to painting with shit in my personal space. My personal space. 1. My personal space. 2. Get out of my personal space. 3. This is my personal space. That's how I feel right now. I'm just gonna tear my skin off. Because this fucking camera. Oh my god, why is it bouncing? Oh shit. There's got to be a better way of doing this, Charlie. There's got to be a better way. I'll tell you what, one of the most annoying parts of models are is like the ledges. What do I mean by the ledges? I mean like, if you look at this shoe, right, there'll be this little line there
It's like the ridge line of the heel or whatever part of the shoe is. And that bit will be touching the skin. And I've got to paint that line. And it sucks because you paint a little bit too much onto the skin. You got to go back to your skin colour and paint over the brown. And then you paint too much onto the shoe, and fuck's sake, and then you get the brown out and paint over that bit of the skin that you just painted on, and so on. And that is the life of a miniature painter, I suppose. A bad one, at least, because like good ones don't make the mistake in the first place, do they? This is me. Also, I don't really know what to do the bottom of the shoe. I think I might do it black. Yeah. I'm gonna do it black. Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole sole black because you can see the little line just underneath the sole, and that's gonna be black. Yeah. Watched a bit of Bob Ross the other day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, there's no such thing as a mistake. It's just happy little mistakes or some shit like that." That when it comes to painting miniatures, right? There's no happy mistakes. There's only bad mistakes. There's only mistakes that make you want to kill yourself. Nah. Yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna paint it the way I want to paint it. Fuck you. Because I can't see shit. So, Indomitus, huh? That's a thing now. And all the fucking Space Marines they brought out with that. Yeah, great, cool, nice. More Space Marines. Yeah, I'm in that camp. I do not like the Space Marines. They just suck. Like poo poo. I don't know what attracts children to them as well. I don't know what attracted me to them when I was a child. I don't know. To be fair, if I wanted to do Imperial Guard, right? But certain someone stole my army. It wasn't my army, but like yeah. My dad bought. It's when we first got into the hobby, and he got us the Imperial Guard army. It was a big box set. Gosh, that would have been maybe about £50 back then. I'm not quite sure how much it cost. But you got your Lehman Russ tank, maybe about a company or a platoon of guardsmen, heavy weapon teams, and all the jazz. So anyways, I leave them there, and because our parents are separated, I go back up to stay with my mum. And next time I come down to visit my dad, he says, "Charlie, I'm really sorry, but I've stolen this army off you. It's my army now. You're gonna have to do your own army because I love it too much." I'm like, I don't know how old I was then, like what, 7, 6. I was just like, oh, okay. Well, Space Marines are pretty cool. But in the end, I changed my mind to Tau. Don't hate me for it, please. But they were cool at the time. I thought, at least. They didn't really have the same stigma back then when it first started. To be fair, at least I felt that, or maybe that's because I was just too young to know about it. They were like, when I was playing them, they were always like, the badass shooty army, and then anime kind of had like his major breakthrough, and people started calling you weeaboos and shit. I mean, I'd stopped playing Tau long before that, but yeah. I played, oh gosh, I've played loads of them. I've played Orcs. That was when I first started, taking painting a bit more seriously, I think, as well. When I was painting my Tau army, that was just slap some unthinned paints on it so I could put it on the tabletop and play the game, but now the painting's more important to me. And I started my own guard army when I got a job, which still need to be finished painting. Actually, thinking about it. And now I'm painting Sisters of Battle. Gosh, I got on the hype train for Sisters of Battle like probably about 2017. I was like, yes, I want them. I want my bolter bitches, my nuns with guns. The bolter babes, I suppose, is a bit more PC. But yeah. I'm gonna just start putting the first layer on the shoes, the braces, I think they're called, arm braces, forearm braces, whatever. I suppose. Oh, I think I'll do the garter girdle. I think that's what you call it. I think I'll do the girdle this colour as well. Dried bark, I like it. I like the colour. It's good. It's kind of it's good dark leather that you don't really need to mess about with that much. You can put on your coats and then it kind of looks, it looks alright. You can put like a normal light medium-ish brown. I use Tamiya brown. I haven't got any GW browns that are light, but I use a Tamiya one. You can use that to highlight. Yeah. I think I haven't actually played a game of Sisters, and you don't really know how much you love your army until you play a game with them. Because it could be that your army sucks balls, and that never really helps. I guess that's the thing about Space Marine players is they like the look of this army, play it. Oh, what? And fucking stomp everything. Love this army, and the vicious cycle continues. Whereas the armies that need more love don't get any love in the rules, so people don't buy them. If GW gave everybody love, then I don't know, they probably won't make as much money, but there'd certainly be a lot more diversity in the range. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm just really not happy with this. I'm just not chuffed. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleaning up on the skin. Probably should have left the details till last. think I'm gonna do that from now on. All the details and the crevices and shit, like, you know, the recesses in the muscles and stuff, that sort of thing, leave it to last, because you just want to do all your detail bits, like what I'm doing here with the braces, the shoes, the chainsaw, and all that. Do all them as like, so first step, base coat in your primary colours, and then second step, do like, you know, the fiddly bits with the braces, chainsaw handle, maybe the tiara thing, and then last step would be, I think, doing details and highlights. I know that's like pretty much the step to any painting any model, but like, I've not looked up a tutorial or anything on these, so kind of figuring out the steps as I go along. I've never painted characters with so much skin either, so yeah. Usually it's just pretty simple when they're all in power armor. You know, paint the armor, do your bits. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here, and I'll probably just take a photo of the final result and post it with at the end of the video or something. I don't know. I don't fucking care. Fuck you. And that's the state of it now. Whoa. Okay, cool. Very nice. Update? No, I don't want your fucking update, Apple. That's the state of it now. Whoa, look at it. I'll take some sexy ass pictures at the end. Like, seriously. They brought out the Sister of Battle range, but with no pin-up. Like, what the fuck? There's no sexy calendar to go with it. It's just like, why? Why would you, like, do yourself out of all that money that you would make from that, GW? Who knows? Who knows what goes through their minds, you know?